Thank y'all so much for joining us. I'm Honey, the owner of the Pink Seed Boutique.
I'm Honey, the owner of Pink. I'm Frank. Nice to meet y'all. How y'all doing? Go ahead. Sorry about that.
A boutique that houses independent brands, some that make their own designs and some that they are visual buyers.
I want you to talk to people in the audience about pivoting. When life brings you to a point where what I'm doing no longer is, I don't want to say working, right? Because it got you there. So we don't want to say it's no longer working. But at what point do I need to pivot and do a few things different?
The things that constantly cause me to pivot, right, that are forever changing is that everything is forever changing. And you have to pay attention. A lot of times I was a person who I would say was a procrastinator or stagnant at certain things. I would just like overthink them and wait for perfection. I always like to talk about there's no such thing as perfection. You just simply have to get started. Start where you are and then grow and learn from there. I'm noticing change. I'm always paying attention to what's happening. Like literally maybe today and yesterday I saw something on social media that on 2 different platforms that showed me establishments that we all know that we're familiar with that are now being operated by self-check-in counters. They eliminated the staff and now it's a digital check-in. It's a digital ordering machine that you press to get your order, and maybe they have 4 staff members now instead of 19.
Yeah.
If they're eliminating things with technology, right, then you're going to need to kind of mimic that in your business. Figure out how you can incorporate that into your business model.
Pivoting for you is, it sounds like there are adjustments through like conversation, it's adjustments through awareness. So it's not really a struggle. It's just, okay, I need to go this way now.
Yeah.
Right? All right, so with that being said, talk to me about social media and how it's impacted Pink Zebra.
I'm sorry, on my business page, I'll make a cameo here and there, but I don't more so make myself the forefront of that. And I want to make sure that my business page is being known and being respected for what it offers. We'll just start with social media and what's happening right now today, guys.
Yes.
So let's be very real about reels. Reels are, yeah, you like that? Corny dad joke?
I don't like that.
Corny dad joke.
I did not like that.
Let's be very real about reels, guys.
No, y'all don't like that either.
But no, reels are a real thing. And with trending audio, even before I decide to post a reel, I'm watching other people's reels. I'll see if they have this little arrow in their music that's playing. And if they have the arrow at that time, I'll save that audio and say, I'm gonna make a reel with that because it's trending. Meaning it's more in rotation, meaning it's more like in the explore page
it's
of
more inclined
the
to be watched.
Instagram. It's your likelihood of being seen is more, you know, it's at highest peak with that. But still, the more likely you are putting yourself in a position to be in front of someone, the higher your success is in some degree, or connections, because everybody knows somebody. They could refer you for this or that. So that's one thing with social media.
We're getting ready to do Fashion Week again, right? And you have a lineup of events. Like I've seen your July schedule, it's crazy. I can only imagine what August is gonna look like, right? So talk to the people about scheduling. How important is it to be on top of your schedule?
The way that I say organized is I'm pretty old school with it. I still use a pen and paper and a planner. You've seen me
I
pull
got
my
one too,
planner
yeah,
out.
I seen it.
Yeah,
It's got dust on it, I saw dust on it.
You didn't see dust on my planner?
I'm lying.
No, my planner is too busy to ever gather dust.
I'm lying.
So I literally use a planner and a mechanical pencil that erases in case things change.
Oh, a mechanical pencil? Really?
I think that's what it's called.
No, I mean.
Yeah, it's a mechanical pencil,
All right,
right?
that's how they
work? The one that you push with your thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's
and
lead.
You reload the lid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you can erase it?
You can erase it.
Damn, all right.
You can refill your eraser. That's as fancy as it gets over here.
All right.
Yeah, and so I just commit myself. The way that I've like stayed on track in a way that I'm really happy for myself, being a person who can get stagnant, is that I just set things for each month. And then I say once I put it on the schedule and once I make it on the calendar and post it, it's real.
Gotcha.
And I have to fulfill it, because if I don't, then I'm a failure. I like being held accountable, and once I commit myself to things with people, then I know that I'm held accountable. Even if that thing inside me wants to say, I ain't got to do it today. No, but when you have people depending on you, right, you have to show up. So that's one of the things that keeps me going. So when I make events on my calendar or, you know, on my list of things to do. I always pretty much like either I'm texting or having phone conversations where I've made commitments to other people. That keeps me going, that keeps my calendar fulfilled. We're holding each other accountable. Therefore, I'm always active, I'm always motivated. Even on those days where I'm not, I still have to show up and push through. On days where if I was just doing it alone, I would just be at home. So collaboration holds me accountable.
There's two routes in this game. It's the long road, it's the quick road. Certain people gonna do what they gotta do to get their way to the top, right? Is that you?
Would you compromise, whatever your definition of compromise, would you compromise yourself? Do you feel comfortable compromising whatever you deem your vision of yourself being to be in that room? Do you feel comfortable doing that? No. Then you're not gonna lead with comfortability, you know?
They're not gonna make you being uncomfortable comfortable, if that makes any sense. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now you tricking yourself. That's a different game, right? So ultimately, that's why I asked you such a direct question, because if you aren't gonna compromise yourself, then you about to take the long route and you need to put your big girl pants on, because the long route is a little bit different. It's not quick, you're not popping as soon, but it pays hella dividends in the end. I'm telling you from personal experience, okay? For sure. Yeah, I know exactly what it's like to be on the other side. The side where can't nobody see you. The side where can't nobody see nobody in the room, they see everybody but you. And even though I was on that side, I never felt like that was me though.
While in school, I was super active. I graduated, you know, high school class president, vice president of an organization called Future Business Leaders of America. I was in drama club, I was in track, I was in basketball, super scholastic, just moved around. And I also was the morning announcer and I hosted, you know, game, I know, right?
Yeah. I started in 2010, bro. I was displaying when everyone got in here. I was an influencer, a menswear influencer. Before all these dudes were wearing suits, I was doing that shit a long time ago. Well, I was born in '87, so I was born before the internet, right? So then I learned how to use the internet. Then once we mastered the internet, we learned how to put ourselves in front of it. That damn Instagram is nothing but a tool. Once I realized that that was a tool, I started using it as such. If I gotta do it, racism, obviously. And I no longer want to be on the other side of the runway where I'm discouraged because of what people think about me. The only way to step through that, so like we discussed, getting outside of your own shell.
Yeah, I did so much though, guys, but you know, just a quick story about why I did so much. With my mom, when she had me at such a young age, before I moved to New Jersey with my grandparents, I had to take care of my little sister, and my mom didn't allow me to be in a lot of school programs because it took away from me being home to take care of my sister. Yeah. So by the time I got up there and I had this freedom, it was these things that were innately in me, and I explored them. And I took on every single one of them however I could, right? So that's why I was in so many things, but that's when I'm speaking to, was it always in you, you know? So yes, it was always in me. I just needed opportunity to let it shine.
So I looked at business as an opportunity for me to say it doesn't really matter. Like Jay-Z, I think Jay-Z said one time, fam, she said I look like a camel, but I got $1 million. Which one do I care about more? You know what I mean? And that sentence to me was more so about the focus that I need to put towards my business will impact opinions as well. People gonna feel a way about you if you're rich. They gonna say you don't care, they say you don't give up enough. When you broke, they gonna say you should be spending more time doing this, that, and the fifth. I say all that to say is people gonna say a bunch of shit. That's my point of it. They're always gonna talk. No matter what side of the coast you from, where you from, people are always gonna have something to say about you, period. So when you build it, when we built, and to answer the direct question when it came to when did I start getting paid for it, I started getting paid when I started betting on myself.
On graduation day, when everybody flew in from Atlanta and came up to New Jersey, I let them know at my graduation dinner, I'm going to Georgia, guys. I'm sorry, I'm not going to take my scholarship. But to me, looking back on that now shows about my confidence level, like in myself, you know, like how I saw myself regardless of what my family may say, the belief system that I had within. I didn't mention too much, but my grandparents, they are hustlers. I really think it's them. Even though it's in me, I think they had to have a large influence in me. My grandfather owns a barbershop. So in New Jersey, I would visit him for the summers. And him and my uncle, which is his brother, owned this barbershop. And during the summer, they would make me sweep up the barbershop at the end of the night while I'm waiting. They would make me set up a table outside, selling Snicker bars and candies and potato chips. My uncle even had like an ice machine where you make old school icy snow cones.
Yeah.
I had to put a block of ice and learn how to use a chipper, and then had all the squirt flavors to put on it. Yeah. So and they made me save it. You know, I didn't know why they were making me save it. Like I said, I paid for my prom dress later, and I was upset. I remember the day I was told I had to pay for my prom dress. I knew that I was saving money. Never asked why. My grandmother would say, "Give me X amount. How much did you make? Give me this amount," and I would give it to her. She was literally saving it, but I didn't ask questions. But came prom time, she said, "You gotta buy your dress," and I was like, "Why I gotta buy my dress?" But I understand it now, you know. Yeah. So.
Well, at this point, if there's any questions, you can ask us off camera. As stated, I'm Frank Mills. I'm the creative director of Boutique Fashion Week. Volume 5 returns to Atlanta, Georgia, September 21st through 25th. We also have After Hours Fashion Week, which returns to Atlanta, Georgia, September 23rd and September 24th. It is BVFW is a 5-day experience, and this year, After Hours Fashion Week is a 2-day experience. The first time we did it, it was 1 day. So now we've moved into 2 days. But y'all have a great day. The event ends when Honey says y'all gotta go home. All right? All right, appreciate y'all very much.